Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm Kristen, and today I'm going to share with you guys ways you can use Dollar Tree foam pumpkins. Now, I picked some of these up last year. There are some smaller versions of them, and then I'm also using some of those burlap pumpkins in some of my DIYs today. So let's get into the video. This first DIY, I'll be using this grateful sign. This was from Dollar Tree last year. I'm also going to be using some of these foam pumpkin clips. These were also from Dollar Tree last year. I'm also going to be adding in some of those new burlap pumpkins that were at Dollar Tree this year. So I'm just kind of laying these out. It is obviously taking me a little bit of time. And then I'm just going to start gluing them down onto this sign. There was not really a ton of signs this year at Dollar Tree that I felt needed to be redone. They were all so cute as is. So I didn't really pick up any signs from this year. I do have a couple from last year that I may or may not redo. This was just one of them that I'm like, what can I do with this to make this just a little bit more fun? I did like the pumpkins the way they were, and I really did like this sign as well. It's one of those like galvanized signs, but I thought let's just add a ton of these pumpkins in. I have some left over. I have a craft stash from fall last year, just a small one that I just want to use. It feels good to use items when you buy them and spend money, and it's just not sitting around your craft room. So that's kind of like my mindset this year when it comes to picking up seasonal decor, is like, where's my mind? Where is my headspace? Like, let's save some money and just use what we have already. It does not have to be brand new. You don't have to get all the new and amazing things. And I can say that, but if I see it once in a while, I will buy it. I just added some of this straw. This is actually from Easter, like an Easter grass, but I think it looks great for fall. And I just threw this in the center of a wreath, which I recently made, and I love this one. It turned out so good. This next one here, I'm going to be using these wooden 3D, I don't know why I said 3D. These LED, that's what I meant to say. 3D LED. I'm going to be using this Waverly Antique Wax, and I like just using a little bit of water or a lot of paint, a little bit of water, a lot of water, a little bit of paint, just depending on the color that you want. I kind of went half and half. It was a little bit lighter than what I wanted, but I'm just going to be painting these lanterns to the entirety except the inside. The inside was kind of a pain. So the bottom of these do pop off. I also think the tops may pop off as well, but I got the bottoms to pop off. Just be careful. They are not made that well. I think it's just MDF, so it's not like the greatest. And I'm just going to be taking some of those burlap pumpkins and sticking them right inside this lantern. I think these are actually really cute, and it did not take a lot of time to make. I did add a little gingham bow to the top of one of them just to see what it looked like, and honestly, I like it without the bow, but overall, I think these are so cute, and I love those little pumpkins inside the lanterns. Next one is a truck from Dollar Tree, and I'm using that same antique wax by Waverly and some water to make this little faux looking stain, and I'm going to be doing the entire truck. I decided to leave it with this stain. I'm just really feeling those wood feels and the stain, so I'm leaving it just the way it is, and then I'm going to be adding some of that Easter grass or that straw to the back of this, and then I'm also going to be throwing in some more of those burlap pumpkins. So this is what they look like. They usually come in a 5 count that I've seen. Maybe they come in more. I know the brown ones, or they do have smaller ones. I have some brown ones that are smaller, so I don't know if those came in a 5-pack or a 6-pack, but I'm just going to be gluing 3 of them to the top of this truck, and that is honestly all I'm doing. I'm adding some more grass to the bottom and to the back just to make sure that it's a little more full, and I love this. I just threw this on a couple books and my little crate pumpkin. Okay, this DIY, I'm going to be using these foam pumpkins. So sometimes when I think of Dollar Tree, I think of, oh, things will come apart easy. These were so hard and so thick. This foam did not want to tear apart. I used an X-Acto knife in the end because my knife was not cutting it. I'm using this Waverly chalk paint in moss in this classic caramel color by Apple Barrel, and I'm just going to be painting all 4 of these pieces. So I cut 2 of the pumpkins in half, so now I have 4 pieces of this pumpkin. I did need to do 2 coats of this Waverly chalk paint in moss, and I just used my hair dryer to blow dry these. Now with the foam, things do tend to melt every now and then, so just be careful. But that's what it looked like with the first coat, and then I added a second. And then now I'm just going to be taking that classic caramel color by Apple Barrel and just doing a nice light dry brush just to make this more look like a pumpkin. I mean, obviously, you don't see too many of these little moss-colored pumpkins, although anytime I do see them, like at my Walmart or my pumpkin patch, I have to pick them up because they are just so unique. I love the unique pumpkins from the pumpkin patch. Okay, so I'm using one of these Dollar Tree chalkboard signs. I want to say it is a chalkboard. I could be wrong. It's a little glossy. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a black chalkboard or black sign. I'm be gluing those 4 foam pumpkins on top of one another. Yes, we're making a sign, of course. I actually made one of these in a recent DIY as well. Actually, I think I've made a few fall signs like this year. I think this is actually my 3rd one, but they're all different. Just different ways you can do it. Maybe I'll throw them all in a video. Who knows? But I just picked up these letters from Michael's. I think these were 49 cents, 48 cents, 39 cents, inexpensive, and it spells out fall. And I love the black on this moss color. I think this is so pretty. It's not my average and like typical color scheme I go with for fall, although I do like to throw in some touches here and there. And that is all I did. I added the stem back to the top of the top pumpkin, and voila, there you go. A cute little inexpensive fall sign. One I'm going to be using 3 different types of pumpkins. I'm thinking these pumpkins were not from Dollar Tree. I think they were from Walmart, and I just bought a bunch because they were 98 cents. I love Walmart when they bring out their inexpensive decor because it's always 98 cents. You can get picks for 98 cents, you can get florals for 98 cents, pumpkins for 98 cents. And I'm just using the Waverly chalk paint in white, the Waverly chalk paint in the moss color, and Waverly chalk paint in hazelnut. So this was actually the classic caramel, but it does dry very, very glossy. I forgot it was a gloss paint. So I ended up going over the top of that with the Waverly chalk paint in the hazelnut. So once those were done, I decided to glue them together to make a cute small topiary. I don't think I've ever made one of these for the fall time or for Halloween ever. So I thought, why not? I love these colors together. I think it is so stinking cute. And then I'm just adding that, I like to call it Easter grass. Obviously, it's been a trend on this video that I'm going to call it Easter grass. But I'm going to add that little straw in between just to cover up the flaws. And you can kind of see some of that glue. And I'm just pushing it in with the back of a paintbrush. Or the back of a paintbrush, because I tend to burn my fingers too many times. And I do not like those little hot glue fingertip holders or protectors. They're so weird feeling, and I don't love the feel of those at all. Like the feel, it makes me cringe. I can't use them. So anyways, the back of a paintbrush works just fine, or I'll just burn my fingers. Either way, we all have different fingerprints every single year when you're a crafter because you just keep burning your fingertips. But this is what it looks like when it's done, and I think it is so cute. I love this one, and I am so excited to be putting this on a shelf in my home for the fall time. Last one is also from Dollar Tree. It's just one of those tiny little foam pumpkins, and I'm just going to be cutting that top off. I feel like these pumpkins are made with a thick plastic over the top, so it's really hard to cut. So I just picked up some florals from Michael's and Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to be stuffing them in to make a little floral, maybe this is a floral topiary too, or a little floral piece. I have seen these in stores, and I think you can just buy them at any type of store. Maybe you can even buy them at Michael's maybe. added a bow, and this is what it looks like. I left the pumpkin as is. I didn't paint it. I just really liked it. I thought it was super cute, so I had to leave it. But you guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, I would love you consider sticking around and subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!